The wildest places on our planet have always been home to powerful leaders. But now, a new hero is rising.
Guess who is a martyr?
Fierce, smart,
Guess who is the mother?
resilient, and female.
Do you know? Can you know? So where's she from? Where does she go? Do you know?
We don't call her Mother Nature for nothing.
Roads try to shun, she doesn't fold. Do you know? Can you know? So where's she from? Where
All
does she
hail
go? On the run, off of these roads try to shun, she doesn't fold.
the queens. The Ethiopian Highlands. Where mountains touch the sky. A world of endless plateau and sheer cliffs. Ruled by two mothers raising daughters. One will make great sacrifices. The other must be ruthless to protect her legacy. This is Tar, an Ethiopian wolf. She leads a pack of 9. 3 daughters, 4 sons, and her current mate. These wolves are sociable, affectionate, and all fiercely loyal to Tar. She's been the alpha female for over 10 years, and she will be until the day she dies. Tar's got 3 new pups. To be a leader and a full-time mom, Tar needs help. So she relies on her daughter, Seti, to babysit. With her pups taken care of, Tar leads the pack out on patrol. She checks the perimeter twice a day, every day. Looking for intruding wolf packs. Scent marking is a message to stay away. Tar has carved out a prime territory, full of food. Tar's success has been hard-won. The wolves share their territory with humans. And the invisible threat they bring. Their dogs can carry fatal diseases. When Tar was just a year old, her family was almost decimated by rabies. She was the only female to survive. Tar didn't choose to lead, but she rose to the challenge. And during the longest reign of any wolf in these mountains, she's brought her pack back from nothing.
I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop her. I'm gonna work harder.
Now, Tar has a new problem. Her territory can only support so many wolves. And as her pups grow, resources will be stretched. For Tar to keep the pack at peak condition, she needs adults to leave. Tar's eldest daughter will stay to lead the pack when she dies. But Seti's old enough to leave and start her own pack. Despite their close bond, it makes sense that Seti be the first to go. The wolves patrol the high plateau, but where this gives way to sheer rock face is the world of another queen. Diara, a Gelada monkey, and her troop. Diara also has a daughter on the cusp of adulthood. Zudi, her firstborn. And soon there'll be a new baby to raise. Diara's pregnant by her mate, Nagash. He's also Zudi's father, and the only adult male in the troop. He might look like he's in charge, but it's Diara who shoulders the responsibility for an extended family of 12 females and their kids. They all look to Diara to lead. She's the heart of the sisterhood, the center of their attention. But her family is just one of many in these mountains. Every morning, multiple Gelada families move from the cliff face, where they sleep to be safe from predators. Diara's family joins the morning commute as they head up in search of the best feeding grounds. Combined, they form a herd of over 500. Geladas are the only grass-eating monkey. Among the most vocal in the world. The sisterhood is relaxed. Chatter affirms their bonds as they graze. Nagash is on edge. The position of the resident male is never secure. A gang of single males, known as the Bachelors. Each wants a sisterhood to father their own babies. This bachelor is strong, fit, and in his prime. Zudi can't keep her eyes off him. Nagash needs to act quickly, show the females he's in charge. So he taunts the rival and his gang into a chase. A display of strength might avert a takeover. But Diara's nervous. Their baby will be born soon, and a new male would likely kill it to make way for his own. She needs Nagash to be ready for a fight. For the future of her family, Tar needs her daughter to leave. But Seti's far too comfortable in the pack. Tar's going to need to give her a push. The pups run to their mother. Seti follows. But for the first time, Tar rejects her. She's breaking their mother-daughter bond in front of the whole pack. As soon as Seti's alone, her older siblings turn on her. Their loyalty is to Tar. Seti's pushed away from her mother and the den. Diara's daughter, Zudi, will have the support of the sisterhood for life. But there's one thing Zudi doesn't have. Female geladas are baby crazy. Sons will eventually leave their families, but daughters stay. Diara will soon have her own baby to fuss over. And Zudi doesn't want to be left out. This baby belongs to her aunt. Zudi grooms a nearby cousin. But it's the baby she wants. Not exactly subtle. Or successful. Diara's seen it all. Her daughter wants her own baby. But while Zudi's dad is the resident male, that can't happen. Unless... the rival bachelor is back. He could be a mate for Zudi. But Diara must do what she can to protect her unborn baby. She stands by Nagash. The bachelor is younger and stronger. Zudi is captivated. Until she remembers herself and loyalty wins out. Mother and daughter back up Nagash. With the girls in his corner, Nagash comes out on top. He tries to reassure his mate. But Diara knows from experience that bachelors don't give up so easily.
Too far away to go. Can't see the light.
Weeks have passed in the mountain world. The moment has come for one mother to let her daughter go. Tar is watching Seti out on the plateau. Satis continued to be rejected by the pack. And now spends much of her time alone, hunting. Her target? Grass rats. She's pretty good. No surprise. She learned from her mother. Tar approaches with her youngest daughter. The pup has grown, and she wants the rat. Sati gives it up willingly. But the gesture gets her nowhere. Her mother doesn't need her to babysit anymore. There's no place in the pack for Seti. She has no choice but to leave, to search out her own territory.
World, I want to leave you better. I want my life to matter. I am afraid I have no purpose here. I want to leave you better. I want my life to matter. I am afraid I have no purpose here.
She slips away. And her mother watches her go. Tar's losing a daughter, but protecting the pack. Seti crosses over the territory border, leaving home for the very first time. Diara and Zudi are side by side, as Nagash continues to fight the Bachelor. No longer a display of strength. This is war. This fight takes them dangerously close to the cliff edge. In the face of the steep drop, the rival backs down. Nagash is injured, but he holds on to his family for another day. But the fighting is taking its toll. Nagash is worn down. Some of the sisterhood cozy up to the rival. They're shifting their allegiance. They want this young, strong male to win. Diara is torn. She won't have her baby for another 8 weeks. And Nagash might not hold on that long. Tar's family is already split. Seti is on her own. Lone females rarely survive. Many territories are taken. But for Seti to find a mate might be that bit easier. She's never met a male that wasn't family before. She needs to play this carefully. He could be the start of her new life. He seems interested. The male's not here to mate. Just defending his pack's territory. She never had a chance. Body and confidence bruised, Seti just wants to go home. But she's exhausted. Tonight, she'll sleep alone. As the sun sets, Diara has a decision to make. Nagash has given everything to fighting the Bachelor. And she stayed by his side to protect their unborn baby. But his rival won't leave them alone. Diara can give the sisterhood and her daughter a new strong male if she stops supporting Nagash. In the mountains where queens wear the crown for life, a long rule demands stamina and sacrifice. As a new day dawns, Diara has made her decision.
I am not alone, though it feels like it in my bones. I surrender. I surrender.
The rival has brought reinforcements. They drive Nagash over the precipice. Diara watches her old mate fall to his death. The rival has won. Diara won't greet him yet. Something profound is happening inside her. The takeover has triggered a biological reaction so powerful it will stop her unborn baby from developing. This phenomenon saves Diara from the trauma of carrying a baby, only for it to be killed. The new, stronger male offers a new life for her only daughter. Tar has also done the best for her family. The pack is secure, and her daughter is out in the mountains, starting her own pack. Or so Tar thought. Seti's made it back to the territory border, looking for Tar and the safety of the pack. She approaches with caution, unsure how they will react. The welcome's not warm. Tar's at the top of the bank, and Seti wants to get to her. They drive her away from her mother. Tar stays removed. While the others treat Seti like an intruder. Seti won't give up. Desperate to reach her mother, she tries another route. Tar can't welcome or comfort her. Her daughter has what it takes to become the alpha female of her own pack. It's tough love. But Seti must leave. And this time, there'll be no coming back. The Ara's sacrifice brings a period of stability to the sisterhood. And a new beginning for her daughter. Hormones, triggered by the takeover, have transformed Zudi's body. Red bumps cover her chest, a signal she's sexually mature and can have her own baby. The new male reads them loud and clear. The Ara successfully guided her only daughter to adulthood. This male may stay with the family for years, but the Ara knows that sooner or later, he'll be challenged and replaced. Males will come and go, but she'll make sure that she, her daughter, and the sisterhood stay together. Almost a year has passed since Tar gave birth to her pups. They're barely recognizable, the same size as their mom.
Here I go out to sea again. The sunshine fills my head.
For over 12 years,
And dreams
Tar has given everything for her family.
goes in the sky and in my blue eyes. I know it feels unfair. There's magic everywhere. Look at me standing here on my own again.
She won't live much longer,
Straight in the sun.
but she will leave her pack at full strength.
No need to run and hide.
Secure and content,
So wonderful,
the family can play.
no need to laugh or cry. It's a wonderful, wonderful life. And I need a friend, oh, I need a friend to make me happy.
And Seti? She's not far away,
On my own.
but she's in her own world,
Look at me stand
her own territory.
here on my own again.
And this time,
Up straight
she's
in
been
the
luckier in love.
no need to run.
Everything that Tar taught her has brought Seti here.
So wonderful, wonderful life. No need to laugh or cry.
She will start her own
It's
family,
a wonderful, wonderful
another pack
life.
that will carry Tar's genes and help secure the future of wolves throughout these mountains.
It's a wonderful life.
Guess who is the model? 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 Guess who is the mother? Guess who is the mother? Guess who is the mother? Guess who is the mother?
The wildest places on our planet have always been home to powerful leaders. But now, a new hero is rising.
Guess who is the mother? Guess who is the mother?
Fierce,
Guess who is the
smart,
Guess who is the mother?
resilient,
Who is the mother?
and female.
Do you know? Can you know? So where she from? Where does she go? Do you know?
We don't call her Mother Nature for nothing.
Roads try to shun, she doesn't fold. Do you know? Can you know? So where she from? Where
All
does she
hail
go? On the run, off of these roads try to shun, she doesn't fold.
the queens. The coastal realm, land and sea, home to two of nature's most powerful females. Under the waves, an aging matriarch must teach her pod to survive. On land, a new mom raises her babies alone, with only her instincts to guide her. This is Anna, a brown bear. A powerful, self-sufficient predator. Anna has spent her adult life alone. Now she has a new role. Four months ago, Anna gave birth in her winter den. It's the cubs' first day out in the coastal meadows. Anna's daughters play wrestle. To become one of the strongest females in nature takes practice. Her son is more interested in the neighbors. Females are here with their older cubs. Bear moms aren't sociable. But as long as Anna's family keep their distance, they're safe here. Grass like sedge is her first food in months. The cubs are hungry too. They rely solely on mom's milk. Anna's already lost 30% of her body weight through the winter. The salmon she'll rely on are still far out to sea and won't reach the coast for a couple of months. Keeping all three well-fed will be a huge challenge. The other bears clear the meadow. Food is now the least of Anna's worries. A huge male looking for females. Some attack cubs so they can mate with their mothers. This bear is a known cub killer. Anna leads them to higher ground. On the other side is a ledge just big enough. The male follows their scent. Anna's instinct was to hide her cubs. Now, trapped. While Anna is just beginning her journey as a mother. Under the waves, a formidable matriarch is nearing the end of hers. Orca. This is Sophia, his 60-year-old grandmother and leader of a pod of 6. For decades, they have relied on Sophia's protection and wisdom. Years of experience make her a master hunter. The orca's ocean home is teeming with life, and almost everything is on the menu. From shoals of tiny sardines to great white sharks. Sophia's strike was so powerful, it shattered the shark's ribs. But the great white could still be dangerous. She circles, testing to see if the shark will bite back. But her aim was perfect. She takes the shark under and suffocates it. The shark will feed the family. Sophia makes sure everyone gets a piece. From her largest son to her smallest granddaughter. But the pod won't be able to rely on their matriarch for much longer. Sophia might only live another few years. She must teach the family to survive without her. Anna has no experience rearing cubs, but her maternal instincts are powerful. During the night, she fought off the male. The family is resting down at the beach. But Anna didn't escape unscathed. Her first real test as a mother has left her injured. Finding food is now going to be almost impossible. Or maybe not. A washed-up whale carcass. Hundreds of pounds of meat and fat. An easy meal. But others have found it first. Huge, hungry males surround the carcass. And the biggest is Boss. He controls who eats when. A seat at this table would solve all Anna's problems. Even with her injury, she could feed herself and nurse her cubs until the salmon arrive. Every male is a potential danger. She must wait for the right moment. Unlike this female, who has already earned herself a place. Because she's got currency here. She's fertile. While Boss is distracted by his dinner date, Anna could make a move. But a male is coming down the beach. It's the cub killer who injured Anna. He's found the carcass and the fertile female, and will fight Boss for both. Boss is defeated. The cub killers won control of the carcass and the right to mate. Anna knows this female will only keep him occupied for so long. She turns her back on the food. Her cub's safety comes first. A pod of 6 needs to hunt daily. Orca matriarchs are excellent teachers. Sophia's been passing on her hunting skills to her adult calves. Time to put them to the test. Bottlenose dolphins swimming up ahead. To catch one, the pod will need to work together. Sophia's youngest granddaughter swims at her side. She's too young to join this hunt, but she can watch and learn. The pod dives and falls silent. The dolphins don't know the orca are coming. Dolphins can swim at 30 miles an hour. But orca are just as fast. Sophia watches as her pod singles out a dolphin. Chasing until it's exhausted. Her son delivers the final blow. The pod will survive without Sophia. But her son will give her an even greater legacy. He will mate outside the pod and have many more offspring than her daughters, spreading Sophia's genes through these seas long after her death. She brings him the biggest share. Orca matriarchs will go to great lengths to make sure their sons thrive. Anna's learning just how hard it is to be a first-time mom. She still hasn't eaten. And is in great pain. A low tide and an opportunity. Across the shallow water are newly exposed mudflats. Her paw may be injured, but her nose still works just fine. Clams. The cubs are excited to get their paws on their first solid food. Her mother showed her how to do this when she was young, and now she passes the lesson on. But the cubs still need milk. With solid food in her belly, Anna can finally rest. But her nose soon wakes her. The cubs already know what danger smells like. Driven by the constant urge to mate, the cub killer has tracked them from meadow to whale carcass, and now he's here. Anna leads her family across another river. The water is cold, and the current is strong. Too strong for Anna's smallest daughter. She is swept away. Keeping all three cubs alive has proved too big a challenge. There's no time to mourn her lost daughter. They must keep moving.
There you walk next to me. I own
Connor's 2 remaining cubs need their mother's complete focus and attention.
It's you and me. It's you and me.
An orca calf which loses its grandmother is nearly 5 times less likely to survive. The role of the matriarch is so valuable that orcas do something almost unheard of in the animal world. In colder waters, this matriarch hasn't given birth for over 20 years. She's lived past menopause. Only orca, 3 other species of whale, and humans have been proven to live for years after they stop reproducing. In this society, a female's wisdom and experience have value beyond fertility. The matriarch's family has met up with another pod. She needs her son to mate and pass on her genes. Most of these females still have calves with them, so they're not fertile right now. But the matriarch will do anything to help her son. One female in the visiting pod has a very young calf. The matriarch and her daughters begin to play. Pushing the calf onto their heads. Although it looks rough, play can build bonds between pods. Now the matriarch's son approaches. Then hits the calf with force. He and his mother trap it between them. This is too rough to be played. They force it under the water. The matriarch holds the calf down, preventing it from surfacing to breathe. If the calf dies, its mother will become fertile again, and the matriarch's son could mate. Documented cases of infanticide in orca are rare. But matriarchs will kill to secure the future of their bloodline. As spring turns to summer, Anna's paw has healed. And she's kept her remaining 2 cubs alive. She's moved them further down the coast to the mouth of a river, away from the cub killer. The family only has a few more weeks before they head back to the mountains to hibernate. If they aren't fat enough, they won't survive the winter. A few salmon are starting to arrive at the coast. Males are first in line to catch them. Anna's visibly thin, but still finds the energy to keep moving. She remembers a part of the river that her mother brought her to when she was young. A haven of pools and cascades. If the salmon arrive here in big numbers, it will be a great fishing spot. And her cubs are safe. There are no males here, only other hungry females. This might be a female-only falls, but there's still a hierarchy. And at the top is the queen of the Cascades, Rizzo. Larger than all the others, she pulls rank on fishing rights. And she's throwing her weight around. Rizzo's no cub killer. But Anna can't compete for a place at the Cascades with babies in tow. Safer to search for scraps in the pools. She gives her cubs their first taste of fish. It's not much, but it feels like a feast. Anna has got her family to the right spot. And if the salmon finally arrive in numbers, she'll be ready. Out in the ocean, a feast. Mobula rays. Every summer, thousands swarm for just a few weeks to feed on the plankton bloom. Sophia's leading her family right to them.
You gotta hear me roll, and I'm coming to your house, and I'm kicking down your front door. No stopping me. I know what I want, and I got big dreams.
There are so many, it's hard to target one.
Kicking down your front door. Kicking down your front door. Kicking down your front door.
So the pod splits the rays into smaller groups. Now each orca can pick off as many rays as they can eat. With Sophia's calves grown, she can focus on training the youngest in the pod to hunt. Sophia's granddaughter might be her final student. Easier prey presents the perfect opportunity for a one-on-one lesson. Finally, with her grandmother's help, she's got it. Soon, this young female will be a useful member of the pod. One day she might be matriarch herself. Sophia has shared her experience and skill. The future of the pod is secure. The salmon are finally heading upriver by the hundreds of thousands. Rizzo and the high-ranking females are in a feeding frenzy. They'll eat non-stop to prepare for hibernation. Anna is desperately hungry. But she knows the rules. The higher-ranking females feed first. Each has their own technique for catching salmon. There's the snorkel method, or Rizzo's splash and stop. With every mouthful, the bears relax. Now it's Anna's moment. Her son is unsure. Despite a nudge from his sister, he won't go in. But Anna is in her element. A proper meal. At last. The cubs can't resist the smell of fresh fish. Anna won't keep handing food to them. It's lesson time. In these calm waters, they can learn to fish for themselves. It's not easy, but they're soon making their first catches. Anna's first few months as a mother have been full of danger. And great loss. But she's never given up. Her determination has gotten the family through the most vulnerable months of their lives. With all three of them catching fish, they'll put on enough fat for their winter hibernation. Not only is Anna a great mom, she's proven herself to be a true queen.
Guess who is the model? 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 Guess who is the mother? Guess who is the mother? Guess who is the mother? Guess who is the mother?
I'm Angela Bassett, executive producer of Queens, a series about stepping into and holding on to your power. These animal queens show us what it takes to be a truly great leader. Each episode tells the story of sacrifice and strength, but also friendship, and love. Behind the scenes is an equally inspiring story. A story 4 years in the making of some incredible women from around the world. It has a message of courage and hope that's close to my heart. These are the queens behind the queens. National Geographic's Queens celebrates powerful female leaders in the natural world. And behind every inspirational animal on screen is an equally gritty and determined woman. In the course of making the series, these remarkable women have gone to great lengths to document and protect the lives of our animal queens.
It's all about passion.
You can do anything if you set your mind to it.
There's fire on my blood.
We've faced a lot of obstacles and just powered through them.
Against the odds, they persisted. This is their story. Multi-award-winning cinematographers Sophie Darlington and Justine Evans have over 50 years combined experience filming in our planet's wild places.
I've been filming wildlife for over 25 years now, so a bit of an old-timer. There are very few wildlife camera women out there. It's changed a little since I started, but not much.
Through Making Queens, they are determined to create real change.
Our aim was to film amazing stories that are out there in nature about female leadership, but also to bring on a load of talent in a time when there couldn't be more necessity for strong, fresh voices.
Sophie and Justine joined forces with 4 up-and-coming female filmmakers from across the world. Amboseli National Park in Kenya is home to the ultimate animal sisterhood. Local director Faith Musambi is responsible for finding the right elephant herd to film.
As far as I know, I'm the first Kenyan woman to work on a series like this. I've never done wildlife filmmaking, so obviously it's quite daunting. There's a lot of anxiety that goes along with something like that. But there's just something at the back of my head that just goes, just you wait. Because I'm just a driven person. And I'm really excited about working with Sophie Darlington. She's been in this industry for a long time. She is at the highest level. And I'm just really looking forward to learning from her expertise.
As Sophie flies out to support Faith, Faith and the team get to know the Amboseli elephants.
This year there's a baby boom, which is really amazing, but also makes my job of trying to identify the right baby and family for filming that much harder.
But while Faith tries to find the right herd, a solitary female catches her attention.
So this is a really interesting family. I've been following them for a while. But curiously, there's another female that's not with them, but her behavior is really odd. So I'm taking photos so the Elephant Trust can help us ID the elephants. And yeah, I'm hoping they can tell me who she is.
Faith reaches out to Katito and Nora, researchers at the Amboseli Trust for Elephants, for help. They manage the longest-running elephant field research project in the world.
Kwa hivyo nyinyi hamwaidingi na tusks?
Tusks ingine huwa inavunjika, masikio ndio nzuri, max ya masikio.
Hata si ndio video yake. So huyu ni Selengi.
Kama Selengi hata una shughuli ya kuangalia alama ya masikio. Unaangalia tu shape yake. Shape tu vile. Unaona vile ameenda ameinama hivi. Ameenda ameinama.
Nora and Katito have advised film crews for years, but this is the first time they have worked with a director from their own country.
Na ni vizuri kwetu umetukuta tunaongea lugha moja. Si tu hatujui lugha ya Kimombo, lakini ni rahisi kufanya kazi na wewe.
Na kufikiri ni passion, iko kwa roho yako. Uendelee hivyo na kazi kama hii.
Nora and Katito are breaking barriers. Leaving your family for an extended period of time to do the work they do is at odds with our culture and our traditions. So when they encourage me to continue charting my own path, there's a lot of weight behind that.
Finally, Sophie arrives in Amboseli.
It was very much our hope when we started to encourage more women on the craft element of things, and this is it. It's happening. It's just amazing.
Oh my word. Oh my goodness, it's so good to see you.
While Faith begins her directing journey,
Believe.
just 10 miles away, another group of Kenyan women use their voices to protect Amboseli's wildlife.
Sisi ni wanawake wa Team Lioness. Jina Team Lioness ilitokea juu simba inakuaga brave. Tuko wajanja na pia tuko courageous.
Team Lioness, supported by the International Fund for Animal Welfare, is an all-female wildlife ranger group. They protect the community land bordering Amboseli National Park. Sharon Nankinye is Team Lioness's unit leader.
Tumekaa na wanyama sana. Tunashare the same corridors, tunashare the same pori.
As human population booms, settlements expand into wild places, and conflict with animals is on the rise.
Sisi ndio huwa tunang'ang'ana na community. Unajua kuna ule mtu ajui benefits za wanyama.
In Kenya, around 25 people and 100 elephants die as a result of this conflict every year. Team Lioness works to protect both, and they have a secret weapon.
Kama sisi wanawake tunapata information very easier kutokea kwa hao mama wa Manyata. Kulingana na venye bado tu walikuwa wanagandamizwa chini, so hawawezi patia wanaume male rangers information easily. Wanatupatia sasa kama sisi.
Being women is exactly what makes the team so successful, but it's also been their greatest challenge. Eunice Panetti is the team driver.
Sisi tulipokuja kufanya hii kazi ya wanyama, pale kwa community walikuwa nadhani kama hatutarudi nyumbani tuolewe ama hatutarudi kuheshimu wazee jinsi wa Masai wanafuata.
Eunice and the other rangers are making it work, even with kids in tow.
Wenzetu wanakuja na wao kwa kambi. Unaacha mwenzako na unaenda patrol. Tujabadilika.
The women's impact has been significant. Since their first patrol in 2019, poaching and retaliatory killings of animals have reduced by 80%. Team Lioness wants more women to join them.
Sio mimi mwenyewe ndio naweza kuwa huyo koplo. Wengine wataandikwa waje wachukue nafasi yangu ya koplo. Mimi nipande mpaka nije niwe senior warden. So ningeomba wanawake wakuje kwa conservation, tufanye kazi, ndio watoto wetu wakute hao wanyama wa pori wakiwa wote.
Team Lioness uses their position at the heart of the community to make a difference. Across the world, women are breaking barriers in the fight for wildlife. Tanya Escobar is a filmmaker, originally from Mexico. "5'2", petite, she doesn't exactly fit the mold of rugged explorer, cinematographer. But Tanya hasn't let stereotypes stop her. She's traveling to the center of the Congo Basin to film a secretive ape species found nowhere else on Earth.
It takes a couple of days to get there. It's a long walk, but it's a nice walk because you cross a lot of jungle and savannas. It's a good jungle introduction.
Tanya and the crew are guided by a team of locals. With hundreds of pounds of film gear in tow, the crew needs all the help they can get. Filming in such a remote location is a privilege, but it can be dangerous.
When you're out in the field, you know that if something goes wrong, that's it. Because there's no way you can go out fast enough. So, of course, you always worry about everyone's health in those very remote locations. So, of course, those kinds of fears are always there, but don't think about them too much. Just enough to be prepared.
The crew is based at the Louis Catale Research Station, working closely with researchers from the Max Planck Institute for Animal Behavior. And with the help of trackers, they finally find what they came for.
Oh, here they are.
These are bonobos, endangered great apes, and one of our closest living relatives. We share nearly 99% of our DNA. Found only here in the Congo Basin, this is Tanya's first glimpse.
They have such a beautiful call. They are very high.
Bonobos prefer to stay in the canopy, where there's plenty of fruit, and they're safe from predators. The bonobos aren't coming down to Tanya, so Tanya will go to the bonobos. The crew rigs a filming platform.
Tom is getting ready to go up. Unfortunately, there's a lot of bees, so they are making the job harder. But hopefully this is a good tree so we can set up the platform. So how's it looking, Tom?
Tanya's looking really good up here. I think we're game on.
All 5'2" of Tanya ascends to the canopy, where being shorter is no problem at all.
Being small comes with advantages and disadvantages. In a tree platform, very handy. I have a lot of space.
Despite being nearly 100 feet in the air, on a tiny platform and covered in bees, Tanya is unbelievably cool, even as the rainforest lives up to its name.
So it's pouring rain really hardly. And the platform is moving a lot. So there was not time to pack the camera, so I just cover it with a plastic bag. So that's the end of the day, I guess. No bonobos today. Just a lot of rain. It's a challenging location. You have to be positive because if not, frustration will eat you because most of the days don't work. So you just have to keep cheering yourself. And if you know that whenever it happens, it's going to be special, that keeps you going.
Tanya and the team follow young bonobo Zoe as she leaves home for the first time. The bonobos are gentle, endearing, but also sadly endangered, paying the price of the illegal wildlife trade.
There was one bonobo that had his hand caught in a snare, and it was very painful to watch because he still had the cable attached to it, and his mom had exactly the same injury, but his mom already didn't have half of the hand.
Bonobos are suffering at the hands of us, one of their closest living relatives. In the capital city of the Democratic Republic of Congo, an organization is determined to help. These little ones have found a new home at Lola Ya Bonobo, a sanctuary for babies who have lost their mothers.
In Lola Ya Bonobo, we try to save those orphans, give them hope of life.
This is Susie Kutwenda. She oversees animal welfare at the sanctuary and is the first Congolese scientist to publish studies on bonobos.
We focus on psychology of bonobos. My first study was a relationship between mother bonobos and the baby. That was the beginning, and I fall in love. And I discovered that really bonobos are wonderful. They are very complex.
These babies have been through major trauma. Many have seen their mothers killed in front of them. For an animal as intelligent as a bonobo, this loss is devastating.
Without love and affection, a baby bonobo cannot survive. So when we have a new arrival, a new orphans, the first thing is to find for them in the nursery the surrogate mother.
The mamas are carefully selected and trained. They care for each baby like their own. This is the newest addition, Owilla. She was rescued from poachers who hunted her family for bushmeat. Owilla's surrogate mother is Peggy. All new orphans spend time one-on-one with their mama in quarantine before they're introduced to the nursery.
Normally, the time they spend in the quarantine depends on the trauma. If everything is going in a good way, they can spend after a month, it's fine. But you have some who stay longer because their health is very weak.
Owilla has been in quarantine for a little over 2 months.
When she came, we saw this. Very skinny and completely broken, lost.
Susie and the mamas understand trauma more than most.
And when you see that, it's not different from the kids who live in the war.
The people of the DRC have been plagued by conflict for over 20 years.
I'm a girl who came from the war, so I understand how it's painful to live on pressure, on human pressure.
As a result of the war and pressures on the ecosystem, bonobo numbers have dropped rapidly over the past 30 years. To save the species, Susie and her team need the Congolese people to love the orphans as much as they do. And that starts with kids.
In Lola, we provide an education program to school. We offer them a free visit here so they can understand more by watching bonobos.
Bonjour les amis. Bonjour les amis. Bonjour les bonobos. Bonjour les bonobos. Et ils sont petits, hein? Ce sont des bébés. Ils ont... Allez, regardez. Beaucoup d'amour. Regardez comment on l'a porté au dos.
It's very important to start to have the connection with those kids who can easily change their family, change their environment, change their friends. They can share easily information.
Les bonobos sont des animaux totalement
protégés.
Est-ce qu'on peut les tuer?
Non.
Est-ce qu'on peut le manger?
Non.
Est-ce qu'on peut les garder à la maison?
Non.
Alors on applaudit quand même pour vous-même. Vous êtes intelligent, non? Ouais. Très bien, félicitations. Voilà.
After 2 months in isolation, baby Owilla is finally ready to join the nursery.
The only way to be sure that there is a good progress on psychology is to see the babies playing.
Susie hopes that sometime in the future, Owilla and the other orphans will be released into their natural habitat, the rainforest.
So they found like a big paradise. They forget you. They forget you. And we are so proud to work and to fight for them.
Since 2008, 26 bonobos have been released into the wild, into the community forest, Ekolaya Bonobo. At a time when global wildlife is declining faster than at any point in human history, passionate advocates have never been more important. Across the border in Tanzania, another woman is ready to lend her voice to the fight. Local camerawoman Erica Rugabandana joins Justine Evans to follow Shani and her lion sisterhood as they battle Aisha's hyena clan.
My background is in conservation, but now I would like to focus my career as a wildlife camera woman.
In Tanzania, there are very few women who are doing it. But it's all about passion. It's all about, career. This is what I love doing.
Erica's largely self-taught. Now, she has Justine's decades of experience behind her.
What are you thinking about here? Looks quite pretty, doesn't it?
It's also her first chance to get hands-on time with professional camera gear.
I never knew about this huge lens. I was like, oh my God. We don't have them in Tanzania.
wildlife filmmaking is both an art and a craft, because when you're filming stories about animals, you're not only crafting their story, using the camera, all the technology available, but you have to artistically show that story as well.
They make a lot of movement here. So how do you choose?
It all feels a bit much at first, because you're thinking about all these different things, but it does become instinctive after a while, honest.
For Erica, following her dream comes with sacrifice.
I have 3 children, and with this, my career as a camera woman, it has been challenging. It's not an easy path.
Haya, na mimi ndo najiandaa kwenda kwenye shoot saa hizi usiku. Weka kamera vizuri nikuone. Mosi waoni wote.
Wherever I get a bit of signal, I'll call back home and then I speak with everybody.
Haya, bye.
As the sun sets, Erica's next challenge is to film in the crater after dark.
Load it all up then. Thanks, Erica.
Justine is a night filming specialist, but Erica will be the first Tanzanian woman to do this.
I'm so excited, and I'm looking forward to seeing how Shani and her pride behave at night.
Tonight, the team are in luck. They've found the lions about to confront the clan over a fresh kill.
There's some other lionesses coming down, so if they all join together, they could have a chance.
Justine's instincts are spot on. The pride launches a full attack. Together, they capture an extraordinary scene.
Actually, it was amazing to see how Justine uses the camera. I learned a lot from Justine. I'll never forget that night. This is where I belong. I need to get more of this. I need to practice more so that I can make quality documentaries for the Tanzanian audience, but also informing the world what is happening in my country. I feel so proud being the first wildlife camera woman in Tanzania.
Back in Kenya, Faith and Sophie have been following baby Binti as she's initiated into the herd. Faith has also uncovered something remarkable about her favorite elephant, Salenge, and wants to share it with Sophie.
She's actually a really sweet-looking elephant.
Do you notice how she walks with her head held low?
No.
She's blind. This is a blind elephant.
You're kidding me. She's coming straight at us. Oh, hello, beautiful lady. Hi.
So when she comes this close, I usually play her music.
What?
Yeah.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah. Just so she knows I'm here.
Oh, she's beautiful.
I loved sharing that moment with Salenge, with Sophie. I'm learning there is value to my voice, there's value to speaking up and telling my own stories.
Inspiring the next generation to tell conservation stories is crucial for the future of the planet. A belief that filmmaker Erin Rainey lives and breathes.
I worked on the coastal episode with bears, I worked on Savannah Queens with elephants, and then I went out and did a little bit on hyenas and lions.
What I love about Erin is that she's got this independence and drive, real passion and drive.
Sophie never made me feel like I have to be the next Sophie Darlington, but she let me feel like if I really took in her mentorship, I could be a better version of Erin Rainey.
Erin wants to use her skills as a cinematographer to inspire young people to take action to protect our planet.
I had a boss who sat me down and said, I just want you to promise me that you'll lift as you climb. It's a quote from Mary Church Terrell. And that really stuck with me because I think so often we're so worried, I'm not quite there yet, I can't help people out yet. And that was all it took for me to go, oh, no, I can help now.
Erin realized that one thing she could do is help get young, aspiring filmmakers out into the wild. And we're better than where Erin started her filming journey, Alaska.
Cordova is the most beautiful place in the world. I've always been aware that I have access to beautiful places and to incredible wildlife. Evelyn! Oh my God!
Hello.
So good to find you.
I'm Evelyn Smalley. I'm from Lancashire in the northwest of England.
Erin and Evelyn first connected through Girls Who Click, a mentorship program that links girls to professional wildlife photographers and cinematographers.
One of the best opportunities we can give Evelyn and other young filmmakers is to actually get them in the field.
Up until now, Evelyn hasn't had much experience with filming equipment.
When you first pick all the kit up, I didn't think I would make it.
Every time you see that,
all the kit is really, really heavy. But then you just get on with it. It's what you love doing. It's a small hurdle. I am going to start lifting weights, though, because I think it'll help.
Try to get it nice and stable. You ready to take over?
Yep.
All right.
Evelyn is a long way from taking still photos of wildlife in England.
So zoom out. The thing that really stood out to me with Evelyn was this moment where we're out and she's completely dripping with rain. She's completely soaked and she doesn't care. She was just totally in her element. And to me, that made me so proud because that's what it takes.
Erin wants Evelyn to film the animal that inspired her to pick up a camera.
Oh, there's one. Do you see it? Yes, yeah. Okay.
To go and film something so powerful, quite close, was insane. Before this, I would have kind of focused on all the things I think I'm doing wrong and kind of spiral into a place where it's really hard to get out of.
Nice, Evelyn. They're both there, so those are the two young bears.
The best way you can learn is to make mistakes. Here is a place for me to make the mistakes. So that's been a really, really great opportunity.
And remember, focus on getting a sequence. So try to shoot your wides first, get your close-up then.
Erin is still early on in her own career, but already she has helped over 150 young women across the world, sharing her skills and her passion.
I've always felt very fortunate having an incredibly supportive family, one that's so willing to help and share knowledge and just help my curiosity. And I can't really thank them. It's quite emotional, but I can't really thank them. And I think the best way to thank them is to continue to pass that on and hopefully keep that legacy up and show them that I appreciate it in that way. You bear, your first one. Exactly, yeah.
This next generation will be crucial in the fight for wildlife. During the 4 years of filming for Queens, the team experiences a defining time for our planet. 40 countries declare a climate emergency. In every country the crew visits, The effects of extreme weather linked to the climate crisis are clear to see. In Kenya's Amboseli, in 1 year alone, over 6,000 animals died. Faith returns to the park.
Things honestly couldn't be more different from when I started 3 years ago. So many animals have died. And I recently got the devastating news that one of these animals is my favorite elephant, Selenge. It's strange to be this close, and I don't have to play her like music anymore for her to know I'm here, so yeah. I'm just more than ever inspired to tell stories about the natural world. If people could feel the way I did about Selenge, I think we would have lots of people taking action to protect the wild spaces as we know them, because we'd have lots of people who are in love doing something about the things that they love.
Faith and all the women on this Queen's journey are true leaders. Using their strength, their understanding of the issues around them, and drawing on their own experience, they continue to make their voices heard. Right now, our planet needs even more voices to join them. The timing has never been as critical.